Super Bowl 59 is a matchup that 98% of the country does not want to watch. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Kenny C Show. That's my best Jim Nance for you guys because we had an AFC NFC championship weekend. Gonna dive into it and give you guys my takeaways from both of those games. You will want to subscribe to the channel, and here's why. Just like any good sports talk show, you gotta give a good tease. The tease is that next week I will be dropping my Super Bowl preview video with my Super Bowl 59 picks. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel. This type of content comes all year round. We also talk baseball, basketball, and hockey, so you will want to subscribe. I'm going to keep it entertaining, and I'm going to keep it energetic for you guys. The Chiefs, with a chance at history, never done before. Three-peat, can they do it? We shall see on February 9th. The Eagles have been known for getting revenge. 2004, they lost to the Patriots. 2017, they got their revenge with the Philly special and everything that encompassed that. From Sunday, we had a curb stomping in the end. Jaden Daniels, the rookie quarterback at the helm for the Commanders, on a red-hot streak. Cool, calm, and collected. This game did not fall down on him, though. This was not on him. In my preview, I said his legs had to be the X factor. I feel like he did more than enough in this game, but it was the outside circumstances that wound up screwing the Commanders, i.e. them shooting themselves in the foot. 55-23, they fall in Philly. My first takeaway from that game, though, is Saquon Barkley. My preview video, I said they have to try to slow him down if they want any hopes of winning. Didn't happen. The guy rumbled for 118 yards on 15 carries and 3 touchdowns. He owns Washington this year. The man has rumbled this postseason 66 carries, 442 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He's got 7 touchdowns versus Washington in the 3 games that he's played against them. And this man, this season, playoffs included, 7 runs of 60-plus yards. That is the most in NFL history, and he has 3 out of those 7 in the postseason. Saquon Barkley, this is my takeaway, is the second coming of LaDainian Tomlinson. He is LT 2.0. He runs with power. He's a destructive runner while also having that elusivity, and he's a receiving threat to a T. He is everything that Jalen Hurts could have wanted and then some, which, by the way, my other preview point for this game was that Jalen Hurts was going to be minimal in terms of his mobility because of that knee. Apparently, I was dead wrong because Hurts and Barkley became the first duo in NFL history to combine for 3 rushing touchdowns, or 6 rushing touchdowns total, 3 apiece. Hurts had 3 alone, and Barkley had 3. Hurts played a lights-out game. Dallas Goedert and A.J. Brown were incredibly instrumental in the passing game. 20 for 28, 246 yards, 1 passing touchdown, and 3 rushing for Jalen Hurts. But Saquon Barkley is the second coming of LT, and he might even go down in NFL history as being better than LT. That's, could be a hot take. It's too early to say that. But certainly getting a Super Bowl ring under your belt, and the fact that he rushed for 2,000 plus this year, that definitely helps his case. My second takeaway, the Commanders' youth and inexperience shined through in this game and wound up plaguing them. 3 fumbles for 21 points. That right there, cut and dry, costs you the football game. You cannot have it. The second drive of the game, Diami Brown is trying to do too much. The Commanders are moving the ball. He fumbles. Eagles go the other way and get a touchdown. Second to last drive of the half, Jeremy McNichols fumbles on the kickoff. Kills all momentum, doesn't even give Jaden Daniels a shot to take the football field. Then this is where the nail was put into the coffin with emphasis. Down 12 in the third quarter, late in the third, little over a minute left. Austin Eckler fumbles, and that was all she wrote. And who forced the fumble? Oren Burks, a former Packer. Listen to this stat, folks. 2 forced fumbles in this playoffs. He's been a game changer on defense for them. 2 forced fumbles in 64 games as a Packer. You can't make it up. But hey, I'm happy for Oren Burks. That Philadelphia defense is phenomenal, and they're going to raise hell against Patrick Mahomes. This is one hell of a unit led by Vic Fangio, but the Eagles did everything right, and offensively, they leaned on their workhorse. Hell, 18 seconds is all it took for Barkley to get on the scorecard. Jaden Daniels finishes his championship game debut as a rookie, 29 for 48, 255 yards, a touchdown, a pick, and sacked 3 times. Ultimately, it fell down on inexperience, but what Adam Peters and owner Josh Harris have done in changing the culture in Washington, D.C., technically Maryland, has been phenomenal. And it's only up from here with Cliff Kingsbury and Dan Quinn and G.O.A.T. Jr. This team had a phenomenal run, and their rookie quarterback is the real deal. Hey, Chicago, you should have took him with the first overall pick. But things could be going up in Chicago as well. Let's get into the AFC, shall we? And now on to the AFC, where the Kansas City Chiefs yet again took down the Buffalo Bills 32-29 in a game that, in my opinion, will go down as a classic. Similar to that divisional in 2021, this game was a back and forth affair, down to the wire, down to the final play. It was awesome. Not an awesome result. I bet against the Chiefs, something you don't do because it never works out. Andy Reid and Mahomes will always prevail, it seems, especially against Buffalo, where Josh Allen is now 0-4 against Mahomes. Since 2020, they just cannot find a way to win. Honestly, the disappointment of the Buffalo Bills franchise needs to be researched. It honestly needs to be studied, because you look at the Bills in the 90s losing 4 straight with Jim Kelly, and now you look since 2020, the dramatic losses that the Bills have had at the hands of Mahomes and Andy Reid. It's honestly downright disgusting. My first takeaway from this game, there needs to be a major overhaul with the VAR system in the NFL. Or you need to get an overhead drone that stays overhead specifically for yardage situations and the line to gain. You gotta have some other angle, because the fact that it was inconclusive, and I'm talking about that 4th and 1 with about 13 minutes left in the game, in which Josh Allen, if you look at these angles here, clearly gets the first down, but because on the one angle where they take it from the side and look at the line to gain, because Chris Jones is partially blocking the view, it's inconclusive and they can't overturn that. Even Gene Steratore, who was an NFL official for 15 years and is the head CBS analyst for officiating, he said on the broadcast that the refs got that wrong. Dan Orlovsky has assaulted that call, saying that they should have gotten the first down. Anybody who watched this game could have seen that they should have gotten that first down. They were marching. They were across the 50 into Chiefs territory at this point. It was 22-21. That is a horrific call to make. You see here, it's clear as day. That should have been a first down. They needed a dramatic overhaul of the VAR system, because clearly it is not good enough. They need some sort of way where you can see specific down to the hash marks of where the ball is, because this should have been a first down. Instead, it's a turnover on downs. Kansas City goes the other way. They take a 29-22 lead. Then the Bills respond. They tie it up. Then the Chiefs respond. They take the lead by a field goal. And that's where it was sealed. And you got to give credit to Steve Spagnuolo. I've been giving him his flowers all year. The guy already is a 4-time Super Bowl champion, first ballot Hall of Famer in my opinion. Or you could make the case that he's arguably one of the greatest, you can argue that he's the greatest coordinator of all time, whether it's offensive or defensive, because this guy just knows in key situations what he needs to do. You look at that 4th and 5 where he sends Justin Reed and he sends McDuffie, where you're thinking there's no way that, like, this looks like man coverage here, right? They're going to play man coverage here. They're going to have to protect the sticks. It's 4th and 5. Spagnuolo sticks to what he knows, and that is blitzing the passer, and that is what he does. They force Allen to be flushed right. You look, they had Shakir in motion. He's wide open to the left. Everybody and their mother can argue from, the third-party view of it all. Allen should have just checked it down to Shakir. He's getting full-on blitzed. There's no way he's going to contort his body to be able to make that throw. And if you look at the throw that he even got off by some miracle, Dalton Kincaid gets hands on it. That should be a catch. He drops that ball, and that was all she wrote. But another key mistake here by the officiating, in my opinion, was the second quarter that put the catch to Xavier Worthy that put the ball on the 3-yard line. That was pivotal because then the Chiefs just easily get it in. I think Mahomes ran it in there. Mahomes finished the game with 2 rushing touchdowns, which I don't think anybody had on their bingo card or their bet slip. But that play right there, that was not a simultaneous catch, because by the rule, if it's a simultaneous catch by both the receiver and the DB, then it goes to the offensive team or the passing team in that scenario, and they get the catch. But if you look, Cole Bishop, the rookie safety, has a bicep around it for at least 3 to 4 seconds. It goes to the ground. Worthy seems to have one hand of control on it, but it is touching the ground. That's a ticky-tacky play, which, I mean, I don't know if they could have ruled it an incompletion, but to me, that was probably the most just call, to leave that ball at the 29. Yes, you got the holding. Well, they would have moved up 10 yards, obviously, because there was the holding on DeMar Hamlin on, I think, Kelsey. But still, the ball being at the 3 as opposed to the ball being on the 19 is a huge difference. So that was another misfire by the officials, in my opinion. But my second take here, and this one is going to be the one where everybody's probably going to jump on me. Patrick Mahomes will surpass Tom Brady as the GOAT. In my opinion, he will. Look at playoff wins. 35 wins for Brady, Mahomes with 17. Keep in mind, Mahomes is 29 years old. This is his 8th year in the league, and the guy has made it to 5 Super Bowls. That is more than 19 other franchises. This man is on a mission. 3 MVPs for Brady, Mahomes already has 2. Brady had 3 Super Bowls before the age of 30, or by the age of 30. You had 02, 04, and 05. Mahomes already has 3, going for his 4th. Here's where I draw the line here. Obviously, Brady has 7 rings. Mahomes has 3. Brady played 23 seasons. So Mahomes has a long time to go, and I'm not saying, I don't even know if Mahomes will play for that long. But at the pace that they are on, Andy Reid and Mahomes, the pace that they are on with winning, it is downright historic. This man, if they are able to beat the Eagles and three-peat, that to me, if Mahomes can get close to that 7 ring count, that to me is a dagger mark. Yes, I know that Brady has the head-to-head with the Buccaneers and beating Mahomes in the Super Bowl, but to me, that point is moot if they become the first and only team in NFL history to three-peat. Now, that's going to be yet to be seen. Obviously, on February 9th, we will find that out. But right now, to me, it looks like Mahomes will pass Brady as the GOAT. And that might not even be a piping hot take, but to a lot of Brady stands out there, they're probably going to come at me and say I'm insane. Also, game-winning drives, Brady's got 14 in the playoffs. Mahomes has 7. 23 seasons for Brady. Mahomes is only in his 8th season. There's a lot more winning where this is coming from if this team stays together. And obviously, they're probably going to lose Travis Kelce sometime soon, and Chris Jones, and who knows about Spagnuolo and Andy Reid. But honestly, in the next 3 years, if Mahomes wins it this year, the guy's up to 4. Next 3 years, they win 2 more or 2 more in the next 2 to 3 more in the next 5 years. We're talking Mahomes being right there, people. So it's not really out of the realm of possibility. But those are my 2 takeaways after this game. I honestly am extremely filled with sadness for the Bills Mafia fans out there. Even though I lean on the side of obviously being a New York Jets fan. I've talked about it. If you guys follow my content, I am a Jets fan according to my New York allegiance. I'm obviously a Packers fan at heart, but I got to pick a New York team. I'll go AFC because the Giants are in the NFC. I've rocked with the Jets since I was about 8 or 9 years old. But honestly, I was rooting for them because I'm tired of Mahomes and company winning. They fell short, is what it is. It's unfortunate. Will they ever find a way? You guys let me know. Comment section below. I want your full thoughts. You can give me bullet points for all I care about your opinions on what I said or your opinions in general on anything that I've discussed. And also, you can even give me an early Super Bowl prediction if you want. Comment in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned because this stuff does not stop coming.